Hello students, today we will just review the various electronic components for which we have discussed in our Google Classroom. Normally the electronic components are subdivided into two types. One is active component, another one is passive component. You people have already known what is called active component and a passive component, right? An electronic circuit is generally composed of individual electronic components such as resistors, transistors, capacitors, inductors, and diodes. All these components are connected by some conductive wires, right? So, an electronic circuit can usually be categorized as an analog circuit, a digital circuit, or a mixed signal circuit. Mixed signal circuit is here nothing but it is a combination of analog and digital circuits. Here, the active and the passive components form the two main types of electronic circuit elements. An active component supplies energy to an electric circuit and hence has the ability to electrically control the flow of charge, whereas a passive component can only receive energy, which it can either dissipate or absorb energy. The interconnection of various active and passive components in a prescribed manner to form a closed path is called or referred as an electronic circuit or electric circuit. Here, the basic difference between electric circuit and electronic circuit is very clearly described with this small assembling circuit. The electric circuit is nothing but, which is here also referred as the current that can flow from the source to the load in this closed circuit path, and again it is coming back to the other terminal of the source, that is normally referred as an electric circuit. Whereas in electronic circuit, it is a complete course of conductors through which current can travel. Circuits provide a path for current to flow. To be a circuit, that is electronic circuit, this path must start and end at the same point. Here it is very clearly shown electronic components which are categorized as active and passive components, difference between active and passive components, and some examples as I discussed in the previous slide. So these are all the various images of active components and passive components. Here it is shown transistor, diode, LED, photodiode, integrated circuit, etc. for active components, whereas for passive components, here it is shown resistor, light dependent resistor, thermistor, capacitor, inductor, etc. Here we are going to discuss only about these three components which are referred as passive components, that is resistors, inductors and capacitors. Resistor is nothing but it has the characteristics to provide any hindrance or obstruction in the path of current. Resistors are generally used as current limiter for protecting active components from breakdown. Thus, resistance is connected in series with the active components to protect excess current to flow from them. Besides, the resistance also act as a load, right? Inductors. Inductor allows DC current to pass through it and block AC. It provides low resistance to DC while high resistance to AC. Thus, it is used in the devices which are used in applications where AC ripples are not desirable. Besides, inductor stores energy in the form of magnetic field. Capacitors. Capacitor is used in the circuit to store electric charge. It is significant in rectifier circuit, filter circuit, etc. Besides, the property of capacitor to provide low reactance to AC and high resistance to DC. It also filters AC ripples. Here the definition of resistor is very clearly shown as I discussed in the previous slide. It is nothing but a passive two terminal component that implements electrical resistance as a circuit element. It is used to reduce current flow, adjust signal levels, to divide voltages and terminate transmission lines, among other uses. The process of restricting the flow of electric current to certain level is called as resistance. This is the formula which is used to describe various physical factors that are used to control the resistance of a given circuit, right? R is equal to rho into L by A, where rho is the resistivity in ohms meter, L is the length of the wire or conductor in meter, A is the cross sectional area of the conductor in meter square. The types of resistors which are categorized as fixed resistor and variable resistor. Under fixed resistor, it is further subdivided as carbon composition resistor, wire wound resistor. Under variable resistors, it is subdivided as rheostat and potentiometer. So only these types of devices are going to be used in most part of our electronic circuits. So wire wound resistor, as I discussed earlier, it is a type of passive component that is made by winding the metal wire around a metal core. Here the metal wire, that is conductive wire, that act as a resistive element to the electric current. This conductive wire restricts the electric current to certain level. The core act as a non-conductive material. So around non-conductive core only this resistive wire is going to be wrapped. It does not allow electric current to it. So this is the image of wire wound resistor. It is under the category of fixed resistor. This is carbon film resistor. So what are the various features of carbon film resistors? Let us see in detail now. If you ask the price of resistor in an electronic component store, you can get a dozen for just 2 rupees for these kind of resistors. The various parts here it is marked, that is it consists of ceramic core, nickel cap, leads, carbon film and protective lacquer. The uses of these kind of carbon resistors, it normally contains carbon coated onto a ceramic core. A spiral is etched on the deposited carbon, which turns into a wire wound on a ceramic core. Depending on the resistance required, pitch, diameter and length of this carbon spiral, it may vary. Nickel caps are attached to both ends of the core so as to create a good contact. That good contact is nothing but between the carbon and these two leads. The leads are normally here shown, that is soldered onto the nickel caps, and the entire resistor is coated with lacquer for electrical insulation. Advantages are they are very cheap, small in size. Disadvantages also it carry, they are noisy, they are very much sensitive to temperature changes. The power dissipation capacity is also small. So this is another type of fixed resistor which is very popularly used, that is a carbon composition resistor. It is a passive component only. It is also used to restrict the flow of electric current to certain level. Here for different the wattage capacity, the physical size of carbon capacitor, that is carbon composition resistor, is shown here. The carbon composition resistors are a mixture of carbon particles, graphite and ceramic dust mixed with a substance like clay, as I told earlier. Actually, carbon composition resistors are used in current limiting high voltage power supplies. There are two types of color coding are used in carbon composition resistors. They are called as general color coding, precision color coding. The general color coding has 4 color bands. It is used for general purpose that have the tolerance of plus or minus 5% or more. Here the first two color bands represent the numeric part of the resistance value. The third band is the multiplier. For tolerance, the fourth band is used. The precision color coding has 5 color bands. It is used to indicate the resistor value. The only difference from the general color coding is that here the first 3 color bands indicate the numeric value, the fourth band indicates the multiplier, and the last color band indicates the tolerance. The precision color coding is used where tolerance is less than plus or minus 2%. Here a table is given to determine the value of resistance for color coding. This table is common for both general color coding method and precision color coding method. Here we will see the few devices which are categorized under variable resistor. So one is nothing but potentiometer, another one is rheostat. Potentiometer is also called as a pot. It is a variable resistor that has 3 terminals, 2 fixed terminals and 1 variable terminal here. So in this device, the current flow is controlled by varying the resistance manually here. Potentiometer does the function of a adjustable voltage divider. It is a passive component that works on moving the slider across the full length of this conductor. The input supply voltage is applied to an entire length of the resistor. The output voltage is measured as voltage drop between fixed and moving contact as seen here. The slider is adjusted manually over the resistive strip to change the resistance value from 0 to a higher value. When the resistance changes, the current flowing through the circuit changes. Hence, according to Ohm's law, the resistive material also changes. Let us see some applications of potentiometers. They act as voltage divider. They are commonly used in audio control circuits, television, transducers, etc. Next one is rheostat. It is also one of the variable resistor device. It has 2 terminals, out of which one is fixed and the other one is moving terminal. Some rheostats have 3 terminals just like potentiometer. Although only 2 terminals are used, only one of the 2 fixed terminals and the moving terminal are used. The working principle is here. Here there are 3 main parameters. One is voltage applied to the circuit and current through the circuit as well as resistance offered by this circuit. Now we know these parameters are independent. That is, to change the current, we can either change the voltage applied or change the resistance of the circuit, which is similar to the principle of our potentiometer. Here the construction is same as that of a potentiometer as discussed earlier. Similar to the potentiometer, a rheostat has 3 terminals, 2 terminals are fixed and one is moving one. Also, this moving terminal slides over a resistive path. This resistive path can be of any type of resistive material such as carbon composition resistor, wire wound resistor and ceramic resistor. The choice of type of resistive material purely depends on the type of application. In most of the application, These rheostats tend to carry only significant amount of current, and hence these cases wire wound resistive path is normally chosen. Thank you girls. With this we will come to end about the review of the electronic components such as resistive devices. Thank you all.